to start with Bryan Chiu. He was drafted by Montreal in 1996. He went on to play his entire 13-year career with the Alouettes. He was the 2022 Most Outstanding Lineman and a two-time Grey Cup champion. Javon Olafiayoy had a brilliant 9-year career. He was the three-time finalist for Most Outstanding Lineman, also a Grey Cup champion with the Lions. Scott Fagel, who recorded 60 defensive takeaways to sit 12th all-time. And the one and only Jermaine Copeland, what a character he was in this one. He registered 1,000+ receiving yards in 5 seasons. And last but not least, Daryl Hall. In 8 seasons with Calgary, he tallied at least 50 tackles en route to 546 in total. He played for Grey Cup on 4 occasions, winning twice. What a class it has been. And how great was this? One of the best videos we saw all year. Bryan Chiu just thought it was a regular day speaking to students at Vancouver College, but no, they surprised him with the news that he was being inducted into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. And honestly, he was absolutely shocked.
What makes this moment even more special is that you've never stopped giving back to the game. You've inspired us and so many others with your leadership, dedication, and passion. So today, it's our turn to give something back to you, Coach. It's our honor to let you know that you're being inducted into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame.
What do you guys think? When you play this game of football, you never really think about individual accolades. You think about your teammates, your coaches. It all started here at Vancouver College for me. I was just a young little Asian kid that wanted to play football. You know, I was a fat kid, slow. And it was the one thing I was really good at. This is a place where it started for me, and this will be the place that ends for me. So thank you guys.
You made me cry.
You made me cry. I don't like surprises, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you, boss. Thank you.
Absolutely thrilled to welcome to the panel one of the newest members of the Canadian Football Hall of Fame, Bryan Chiu. Bryan, welcome to the broadcast, and once again, congratulations. I have to start with that video right there. So we got it fed to us at TSN, and I think a lot of the time you think, okay, maybe this is staged. That looked so genuine when you walked in that it were your players that were giving you that news. Take us through it a little bit.
It was on April 1st, so at first I thought it was April Fool's Day. I mean, I didn't know what to think about it, but I was speechless. I'm someone that likes to prepare and always be prepared, but that caught me off guard when I saw my mom and my sisters and my nephews. It was a very touching moment for me.
Bryan, you played a thankless position, an offensive lineman. You don't always get the praise, and you make plays. Your name doesn't get called. You don't end up on the front page of the newspaper. And when we were talking off air, you talked about being a coach now is the best thing you could have done afterwards. Talk to me about the impact that you're having in the youth that you're coaching right now.
I think the most important thing for my boys now that I coach is that we're not in the football business. We're in the relationship building business, and it's much more than the game itself. We use the game of football as a way to develop real, sincere relationships, and that's the most important, rewarding thing with this job.
Bryan, one of the things you talked about in the induction last night at the podium was playing a game as a Canadian of Chinese descent, and as you said, leaning in and joining a sport that didn't have a lot of people who looked like you, as I believe the way you described it. Just tell me a little bit about that experience and how you see yourself trying to inspire other people from similar backgrounds towards this game.
I think representation truly matters, and the CFL game is so diverse. I talk about it all the time. Being of Asian descent, I have the opportunity to snap a ball to a Mexican quarterback back there. I know. And his job
Diversity is strength,
yes,
right?
And his job was to throw the ball to the Mormon Canadian guy, right? Or hand the ball off to the African American in the back.
That's awesome.
But at the end of the day, we're all brothers, and we're here to achieve a common goal.
That's awesome. That's awesome. 7-time CFL All-Star, 9-time Eastern All-Star. When you finally found out you was going to the Hall of Fame, did you say, what took so long? I had a stellar career. What took so long?
Absolutely not. I still don't think I'm truly deserving. I truly believe it takes all 12 guys on the field to do it. And the teammates I had, Anthony Calvillo and Mike Pringles, Scott Flores, those guys all helped me play this game at a higher level.
So you talked about Anthony Calvillo and all the success you had with the Montreal Alouettes. I know your favorite player to play with all time must have been David Sanchez. I mean, we all know this, right?
That's my guy.
That's your guy, David Sanchez. I get that. I had to give
Yes.
Chesney just a little bit of love. But all those moments, and obviously the Grey Cups, was there one particular year or one particular player that stands out the most for you?
One particular player, probably Scott Flory.
Okay.
I mean, we spent 12 years of my 13-year career with each other. We roomed together. I spent more time with him than any other person in the world.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and you had so much success. What when you think about the success and the championships and the great seasons that you had, which one comes to mind first?
The 2009 13th man.
Why?
I got to be honest. I mean, I took a picture of that 13th man flag last night just from Glenn.
Sorry, Raider Nation.
Yeah,
that's it.
Paul Lapalisse loves it every time they re-roll that highlight.
I love it.
Say poor
Really a big fan of that clip, yeah. I'll ask you had a 13-year career and you did it all in Montreal, and you're a West Coast guy.
Yeah.
Was there ever a point where you were tempted, or why the commitment to spend your entire career with one organization?
I got to give the credit to my mom. My mom has always taught me loyalty. Like I mentioned before, many teams passed on me when they had a chance to draft me. Montreal gave me that chance. So every time I got to free agency, she always reminded me that loyalty was the most important thing. And the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Did she remind you to go to the Grey Cup every year in Montreal?
No. That part was easy.
Brian, once again, congratulations on
Thank
being
you so
enshrined in the Canadian Football Hall of Fame, and thank you for stopping by. Let's go now to Matthews.
It's not a lead change, but another score, 20-17, three-point game. There are the Hall of Famers, inducted last night officially, and to be honored at the half. Coming up, and an interesting first half in this Hall of Fame game in Hamilton.
Well, a lot of us know this man. Bryan Chiu was drafted by Montreal in the 1996 draft and went on to play his entire 13-year career with the Alouettes. In 2002, he was named the most outstanding offensive lineman. He was also named to 9 all-division teams and 7 all-CFL teams. The Vancouver native played in 7 Grey Cup championships, winning in 2002 and 2009.
Man, oh man, what a run he had, Bryan Chiu had. He had great teammates. He protected for a great quarterback, and he was just surrounded with some great players, but he himself was the anchor of a great offensive lineman, and the impact that he had for that team. We didn't call his name too much, but you can see how much impact he had with his teammates, as well as the team that he coaches right now as a coach for university players, and he's doing a great job at that as well right now.
An incredible class we have here in 2025, obviously enshrined last night, celebrated here at halftime, and my goodness, they have been celebrating all day. It's wonderful seeing them, their bus coming out, all their families, their friends here in attendance, and meanwhile, we've got ourselves a tremendous football game. We'll get you to second half action between the Tiger Cats and the Elks after this.
Another look at the class of 2025 and Hall of Fame night here in Hamilton. Well, the Labor Day game is, of course, about the Elks and Ticats and 7 more people. Bryan Chiu, Javon Olafioye, Scott Flagel, Jermaine Copeland, and Daryl Hall. Hall of Famers. Frank McChrystal and Glenn Johnson, long-time official, and they are enshrined now right here in Hamilton in the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. Congratulations.